Well, I'm back at the rabbit hutches, or the buck pen that I'm building. Almost got this cage here completely wired in, and then all I'll have to do is that side, and I still have to build my doors yet. But we're getting real close with it. If you hear my air compressor go off, it's loud, so that's what that sound is. But we're gonna keep on keeping on and try to get this knocked out before the rain gets us. We gotta get it wired in, get the doors built. We'll probably try to get this set in place before we try to attach the roof. We've learned it's a lot easier to move them without a roof on them. It's just extra weight to try to get over there to the bunny lane. But I think we got where we want to put it. I think we got that part figured out and all that. So we're getting close, guys. We're getting close. This is always the hard part, doing this like the corner. This would catch the top up. I normally don't use these straps, but I was at an auction two, 3 years ago, 4 or 5. I don't know when, but I've got a just enormous amount of these, so I'm like, why ain't I using them? So I'm gonna try using them. I don't know that I'll like them, but you don't know until you try. This here is probably one of my favorite buys that I've gotten from an auction. And this is a building material auction down at Dinky's several years ago. But these big 3.5 inch hinges, I bought cases of them for 50 cents a piece. All my hutches around here have these hinges. Anytime I need a hinge, I've got them. I mean, that was them are like $4 a piece at the box stores. So that was a super buy. And Natalie might disagree with me, but if I ever got the chance to buy that many hinges again, I probably would. like I said previously, I don't build stuff to square and plumb, and now it's biting me because I got clearance down here on the bottom, but the top I don't have clearance. So we can go about this one of two ways. I can wreck this whole door and do it a different way, which I'm not going to do that. I'm going to disassemble this door and then cut probably a 1/2 inch out of both of these right here and put it back together and have a door that opens and closes correctly. And if you leave your screws hanging out of the board, you know which way the board goes, or was. And I probably wouldn't have to cut a 1/2 inch out of that bottom, but I'm going to. It's sometimes hard to screw in, but we'll get it. And then I'll put another flip up or flip over or something secondary. But yeah, that door's done.
Aside from the wire.
Yeah, I just gotta wrap it. That ain't that bad.
Good morning, friends. So last night we had to stop recording Dirk working on the buck hutch because it got dark, but he wanted to continue working on it, and he does some of his best work at night with a headlamp on. So I said, all right, go ahead. Well, he finished it, so we got it moved over. And it looks mighty nice. He still does have to anchor it down, but he's already got one of the pins in on the ground on that side, and then he'll be able to run the other wire to the existing stud hutch pin, or the love shack. So I've already gotten Mouse and Sassy Boy's water and hay moved in, so I'm about to move them in. But yeah, so I'm super happy with how it turned out, and it couldn't have happened at a better time, because even though we wanted to move Mouse and Sassy out of the stubby hutch so that he could renovate it essentially, we're actually going to have to move 2 of our bucks out of the grow out pen because they have started trying to mate with 2 of the other rabbits in there, and they're still too young to breed, but they will not leave these does alone, so we're going to have to separate them. They've started kind of pulling fur off one patch of her back, and I'm just not going to have it. And she won't stand up to them, so we're going to do a little rabbit flip-flopping and see what happens. That is Mouse that you can probably hear in the background. I took his food and water out in preparation to move him over, and he's none too happy about it. So let's go ahead and get them moved over. He says, "What's going on?" He's a big rabbit. Come on. Nope, other way. Here we go. What do you think? You like that? Come on, Sassy. She's into a nice new house. I know. It's okay. And Sassy Boy here. Oh, that silly wind. What do you think? Forgot to get their comfort. Wind knocked you over. So Mouse is in his new house. What do you think? As soon as I put him in here, he already started chewing on the wood. You have a whole pile of hay right there. I'll have to get him some salt blocks today or tomorrow to put in there, and that'll kind of help with the chewing on the wood. I've found they do it a little less when they have the salt blocks in there to chew on. And Sassy, what do you think? He went straight to the hay. This wind is wearing me out, y'all. Wearing me out. I woke up last night to it. It wasn't really a storm. It was raining, but it wasn't really a storm, but the wind was so loud. And especially in that tiny house with the tin roof and everything, like we can hear everything in there. And I just woke up and almost in a panic hearing the wind, immediately thinking about the doe hutch and the buck hutches. But all's well this morning, so it'll probably take me a little while to recover from that one from that night. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the troublesome bucks moved over, and hopefully the does can have some peace over there in the grow-up pen. All right, so this is one of the culprits. I need to get Dirk to nail up that nesting box so they don't go in there and poop. But that's one of the little fellas. And then this is the other one. Just exploring, smelling all the other bucks' scents in there, but they'll be fine. And like I said, I don't want them harassing my does unnecessarily, because it's not like they can actually get pregnant right now anyway. So I'll show you what they were doing. And at first I just thought I'd let it be, you know, harmless, but my poor baby here is terrified in the corner. Come on, it's okay. And you can kind of see the fur, how they've been pulling it and trying to bite a hold of her. And I mean, I can't really blame the bucks, because it's just what their nature is. It's what rabbits do. But you know, got to make sure all the animals are happy. So she'll calm down in a little bit and come out of that corner. I don't want to force her. She's already stressed out enough as it is. So, but that's it, friends. We finally got the second buck hutch done. I will probably end up painting it sometime once the weather warms up a little bit on the outside. I don't want to paint on the inside where they're obviously gonna chew on that wood. And what I may do with Mouse's side, the parts of the wood that if he starts chewing a lot on, we'll just add more of that chicken wire, or the wire to it, so that he can't bite through the wire onto the wood. So we'll see if it becomes an issue once he's been in here for a little bit. But now it's just a matter of getting started on the next hutch. I think Dirk's gonna build another grow out pen next. Now that we're gonna have more than just 2 does breeding, we're gonna need some bigger empty cages, since we're wanting to get rid of that bunny barn this year. So stick around. I'm still expecting babies any day now from our 3 pregnant does. I think when I tallied it up in my head, they were supposed to be due today, but I think I got the numbers wrong. So I think I'm just a couple of days ahead of when their actual due date is. But they don't have to give birth right on that 30th day, 31st day. I had a doe last year. She gave birth, goodness, I think she was on day 42 of being pregnant before she finally gave birth. So we'll see the little baby soon, and I'll definitely shoot a video of it, because they're gonna be cute, I have a feeling. So stick around, stay tuned, and thanks for watching, friends. And like we like to say here on Mama Bear's Homestead and More, keep on keeping on.